Hello, English folk. This marks the end of Halloween and the first time I have been properly pissed in Korea. It's also cheap. It's so cheap compared to England. Everything. Taxis, booze, food. I can't understand how the country fucking works, with how cheap everything is. Oh, this is my Halloween costume. Hang on. My hat, I lost. But my gloves, I retain. Hang on, let me pop on the gloves, otherwise it couldn't possibly make sense. Put on the sleeves, gotta be respectful. Alright. Okay. Gotta imagine a black beanie hat. Bam bam ba ba bam ba ba bam ba ba bam 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 ba ba bam ba ba bam ba ba bam. If you haven't got it by now, shame. Shame on you. This is my Rocky Balboa outfit. Which partly is down to the, again, terrible supply of Halloween shit that Korea has. They don't really care that much. It's all just generic masks and nothing decent. So I couldn't find anything to make a zombie. I don't have face paint or anything. Some of the other people's costumes were amazing. Although they have had slightly longer to think about it and they know where all the shops are. Most people thought I was a burglar because of the hat, makes you look a bit like a thief. But it was it was a cracking night. Because of the rain, we didn't go on the hike. But instead we went up to the area where we were going to do the hike and saw this Buddha. And I thought it was just gonna be a statue, yay big, or maybe as tall as me big. This thing was I'm not good with distance. I don't know, twice as tall as a house or something. I don't know what that is in feet. Up in the air, and you could go inside. You can take off your shoes and stuff. You can go inside and have a look, and all the families that are donated money to not preservating, restoring the Buddha, all had little Buddhas with their names on. And some were in this pose, some were in this pose, some were in this pose. It was there were hundreds and hundreds of them, and as you went round, you got into the central thing, and then there was a Buddha that was the size of the person, and at this Buddha and at the massive twice the size of a house Buddha, there were people praying at this Buddha, really kneeling down, sitting there for a long time, and I said to some of the people I was with, some friends. I'm not religious at all. Are you religious? No, I'm not religious. I'm positively atheistic. Everyone seems to be an atheist. But I said, if I was a Buddhist, going to see something like this would just be mind blowing. There isn't really an agnostic or an atheist equivalent of seeing this sort of stuff. And it sounds pretentious and bollocks and whatever, but there was a really nice energy, fucking, I don't know, chi, whatever do you want to fucking call it, around this area, all these people praying, I feel I want to credit him, but I feel pretentious for crediting him, but William Blake, who we did in A level English or something, I think he said something along the lines of faith is a wonderful thing, but organized religion isn't. And faith, seeing these people bend down and praying in front of these massive things, this smaller thing, was just so inspiring or whatever, touching. It made me wish that I had that in my life. I don't think I'm turning into a Buddhist anytime soon, but it was a really touching moment. But organized religion, don't do this, sing this hymn, condoms are bad or whatever, that twist a knife. And after we saw the Buddha, we went to this little bit on the walk, and we had this a variety of Korean food, these pancakes. I can't remember what they're called now, but they're a bit like crepes or omelets, and there was a couple that were just plain, and then there were a couple of mushrooms and carrots and spring onions and stuff, and oh my god, a soy sauce dip with a bit of chili in next to it, absolutely delicious. And hang on. And we drank, if you can hear me from there, we drank two things called like Macau or something. Like it's like this traditional like Korean like liqueur or something. It's something like this big like clay pot or something, like with loads of little dishes and similars. I thought it was like soup or something, but it's not. It's disgusting tasting alcohol. But like apparently you get this in like all different flavors. Like you can get like honey and strawberry, which are really nice. And this one was like pine. I mean, who wants to drink pine? It tasted like off milk with alcohol, and neither of those things are pleasant tastes. But we also had soju, which is like a Korean vodka, like a really watered down vodka, like 12% or something. And you get these, oh wow, on the bottle you get a bottle lid, how special. But what, there's two games that you can play with this, like this is insane. I've never like seen anything in England that has something like this. Like you take the bottle lid, and this is one that's been used, but like when you twist it off the bottle, there's like you twist all the extra like material that goes around the lid, and like it pokes up like a top, and like you flick it, and you're trying to flick it off, and if you can't flick it, you have to pass the person next to you. They flick it, pass it, they flick it, and if you flick it off, then the person on your left and on your right has to take a shot of soju, and then like after that, there's like this like little like cushion bit in the middle, and whoever has like flicked it off takes out the cushion and has a look, and inside there's a number. Like you can see like there's a hint of the number, and that number is 32. And they turn to the person next to them and they say, it's a number between 1 and 100, and that person chooses a number, and they'll say like 67, and if it's higher than 67, then that person, then like the person with the bottle cap will say to the next person sitting around the table, it's a number between 67 and 100, or if it's lower, they'll say it's a number between 1 and 67, and it carries on until somebody inevitably guesses the number that's on this bottle cap correctly, and then they have to drink a shot. And I'm just like, how has no English company come up with one, let alone two drinking games with like a bottle? It was so much fun. I mean, like I don't even like vodka, but I was so up for it. It's just such a laugh. And this like, this Korean like omelette pancake thing, like it was just so delicious. Like, we were walking up like hills and all that sort of stuff, and like chopsticks are massive over here. I didn't realise. Like I thought it would all be like knives and forks, and well, not knives and forks, but chopsticks are like Chinese and Japanese or whatever. But they're massive over here, and everyone's like cutting up the food with those chopsticks and like eating it all up, and everyone like just orders like a bunch of food, and then everyone just chucks in money afterwards. It's like a really nice feeling. But this was like a 2-hour coach ride there and like an hour and a half back. But it was like a great day out, and then like we got back and I went to like Home Plus, which is a bit like Tesco's, to get like my super Halloween outfit, and then like went to like go to somebody's house, like some pre-drinking. Everyone's around there pre-drinking. There's like a photo of everyone in their costumes, and it's so cool. I mean, I'll have to start adding people on Facebook so that like I can like get this photo, because it's just such a nice photo with everyone like all together. And then we went on to Pearl Jam, which is like an Irish bar, which had like really small, and we just like took in like our own alcohol and just put it to one side, and they were just completely cool with it. And they had like this digital darts thing, and we played like Cutthroat or something, where like you can score like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15 bullseye, and if you score it 3 times, then you can like take away other people's scores on the shit. I was playing against 3 other people. I got absolutely smashed. I mean, I suck at darts, but this was like digital darts with alcohol. I had my first pizza in Korea as well, at the person's house, which was awesome. Pizza in Korea, you can go to the pizza anywhere else, which is good, which is comforting since pizza kicks ass. So we went to Pearl Jam and played like all this darts shit with like the owner, who's like 20 something, which is just bizarre. So we did all this, and then we went to this like American bar or something, like Wolf Drive or something. And if you were in costume, you got a free drink. And it's like a Long Island iced tea or something. So we just went in, showed our costumes, got the drink, went out to like MJ's, which is like the main Westerner bar. And it was ridiculous. Like almost everyone in there is Western. And like it's just a, like a. I mean, I suppose like some of the people like that have been here a while were saying like it gets old after like 6 months, but you know I've been here 2 or 3 days, so it was amazing. And you just go around and you just like strike up a conversation with anyone. I mean, I guess part of that is because you're all in costume, but it was amazing. Like all the beer is really cheap, it's really nice. I struck up a conversation with like loads of people. Like there's this one girl, Jennifer. I didn't know her. I just went up to her and just started chatting and bullshitting and all this sort of stuff, and like got on really well. And then like had a thumb war, kicked her ass. She's really competitive, so like we agreed to play pool, which we both suck at. We were both like terrible. I was down to the black, she was down to like one ball. Flicked a coin to see who won. She won, but I mean that's a bit generous. We played darts. She fucking smashed me. And then like after this place, like MJ's, we all went to like this. I don't even know what it's called. I can't remember now. Like it's like a Korean like karaoke bar. Like you all go into like a little room, like the size of my like bedroom, and there's like a karaoke screen on the bar and like the massive book with like songs, you put in the numbers and you go up and you sing. It's great fun. I mean the thing is like it was like, I mean it's 5:30 in the morning now. It was like 4 o'clock when we got there, so everyone is knackered. But it was just great fun. Same Bohemian Rhapsody. I got like a 94 or something from the computer, which seemed pretty good. I got a taxi by myself. I hate taxis, but at least in this country they are dirt cheap. So that's good. And now back where I am. It's like 5:30. Really drunk. Gonna go to bed. 12 minutes. Jesus Christ. I mean, what the? You know, I talked about the 12 minutes. Well, hopefully something interesting. I mean, at the moment, I could not be on a higher high, and like I think certain people in my life will know like why that probably is. And it's I tell you, I I just cannot like if anyone like feels that their life is in a rut, who's got a degree, like I mean just come to Korea. I mean, Jesus, it's like it's such a wonderful country, and everyone is so nice. Everything is so cheap, and like the last couple of days have been like such extremes of like, oh my god, I'm alone. Oh my god, I'm with like so many people, and like everything is wonderful. It's just like at the moment, it's just everything I could have hoped for. I'm just so fucking happy. I mean, I don't. Don't get me wrong, I'll wake up tomorrow with a hangover and I'll regret this, but I don't know, like at the moment I am on such a high, and that's a bloody wonderful feeling. And I've still got like a whole other day before I even start observing teaching, and that's just, it blows my mind. I mean, Fergus, the dude who I'm replacing, Ferg, has just been like an absolute fucking saint. Like, I mean, he has been like so friendly and so supportive, and like texting me and ringing me like when people are doing stuff, and you know, I mean, I hope that I can be half as good to the person who comes out to replace me in like 12 months as he's been for me. If I do that, then I will be, you know, really proud of my time in Korea. So, I'm going to say goodbye now because it's like 14 minutes. And what have I even said? Jesus Christ. All the best, and apologies if this is just a rant of nonsense, but people keep saying that they want to see me talk at the camera. When I get my smartphone, I'm going to be out on the streets recording stuff. But up until now, I don't have a smartphone, and I'm not going to carry my laptop down the street. So I have to wait a week. Hopefully my rants aren't too bad. Night, guys. Night, guys.